Hi, guys. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Toby, and today I have a guest with me. He calls himself Ezigbo Madunu Guoba. Okay, he's almost enlightened, half unserious, loves natural philosophy, a former secretary in the motivational speakers, brand ambassador of Unizik Bamboo Beans. And today we're going to be discussing anything good. Everyone must introduce yourself because I don't know. What is your name?
Thank you, Toby. My name is Ifeanyi Eze. Ifeanyi. My name is just like very large, so I have to compress it to Ifeanyi Eze. Ifeanyi nwa Chinemere, Chukwu mere Eze, Chukwu enyem nwa, a lot of names, so just compress it to one.
Okay, it's fine. Ifeanyi Eze is perfect. So you're really half on
Yep.
serious because what is that on my form you filled Ezigbo Madunu Guoba. So you call yourself
Yeah, I'm
Madu.
from Ugoba.
Yeah, Ezigbo Madu in Igbo means Ezigbo Madu is Igbo for a good person. So you say you're a good person from
Yep,
Ugoba, right?
very much, very much.
Okay, and that would be the basis of I would say this is a good place to start this conversation from. So you call yourself a good person, like you know you are good and you are telling yourself you're good. But some people think, you do not judge yourself, you allow people to tell you what you are. How can you say you're a good person? It's others that'll tell you whether you're a good person or not. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, I think it's all about self-awareness. If you are good, you don't need someone to tell you that you are good to justify your goodness. So it depends on how you evaluate yourself, and with the parameters of goodness and badness, like you checked and you found out that it's all about knowing yourself and the things you are offering. If you
Yeah,
are a good mathematician, you don't need to wait for somebody who doesn't even know math to tell you that you are good. They
exactly.
themselves, okay, assuming you don't even know, you don't even know math, but you can solve, let's say, simultaneous equation,
Mm-hmm.
and you solved it for someone who is illiterate. He will think you are an expert. He can call you expert while you are not. So waiting for someone's evaluation, I think, is just for validation. But the standard of being good or bad, I think you have to
Tell yourself.
go from self-awareness.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
since we're now into self is it self-examination now? Um in English there is good, better, best or something like that. So when
Yeah.
evaluating like oneself, I came up with something because people tell themselves they are good, like I'm a good person and all that. I feel being good is the first stage, and then there's a stage of being better. When
Okay.
being better or being bigger. When you're having maybe conversation or argument with somebody or something happens, there's be like, will be the bigger person, that kind of thing. So if when you're
Mm.
having interactions with people, are you the bigger person or the better person, or you're petty, a very petty person, you don't care?
Okay. For that, I think, okay, let me use these examples. I see I was discussing with someone, maybe a potential girlfriend, and she
Okay.
said the quality she need, the quality she need in her boyfriend,
Yeah.
like, okay, kind of the best husband in the world. So I said you cannot have the best husband in the world because you cannot marry more than one to confirm, okay, at least up to three. For you to have best, you have up to three to confirm that this one is better than this one and this one is better than the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, and all these ones, my dad is the best dad in the world. Do you have more than one? So how did you know? So I think better and best. Okay, better is all about comparison.
Yeah.
When you begin to compare between two things, so comparative adjective and best is superlative. You have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of values and you are comparing them, then you choose. So better and best is all about comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Good, like you are not comparing with anybody.
Yeah.
So when I say I'm a good person, I'm not making I'm better than this one. I'm not better than the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not better than anybody, and I'm not planning to. So
Mm.
I'm not the best husband, and I will not be the best husband. I will not have the best father in the world because I won't have more than one. I just have a good father.
Yeah, but I mean, assuming the person says, this person is my best father, and I'd be like, oh, how many do you have? But he did not say my best. He knows he has only one, yes. But then, and he knows there are other fathers in the world, even though they are not his father or her father, but they are fathers nonetheless. So maybe based on father standard or
Okay.
based on father scheme of work, curriculum, course outline, maybe this whatever grade they're using to rank them, maybe his father got A and the other people's father had B, C, and F. So so his father is the best in like whatever scheme they're using. I don't know. But
Well,
like you said, it's still
he didn't
comparison.
check them.
It's
Yeah.
still comparison, and I do not see the reason why like we should compare ourselves to other people. So that
Mm.
being said, since we do not have a particular topic for this conversation, say anything good. So I think we should try to break down your bio because you said a lot of things. So let's break it down. You explain to us what you mean by those description of yourselves. So the first one, you said you are almost enlightened. What does that mean?
Being almost enlightened is like showing myself that I still have a lot of things to do. That almost shows that there are still gap in my learning. There's still gap in knowledge to acquire. For me to be enlightened, so to speak. So I still have a lot of culture to understand. I still have a lot of perspective to appreciate. But that does not mean that I'm empty. You get. So I still gathered a lot of knowledge from home, association, friends, academics, and all that. So that's it.
Do you think you would ever be fully enlightened?
Mm, I will not,
Okay.
because for me to be fully enlightened, I need to leave this particular world. A lot of things to learn, and I don't have much time to learn
Okay. So let's go to the next thing on your bio. You said you're half unserious. What does that mean?
them.
You're laughing. What does it mean?
I know get sense. That's the meaning. So, like someone who no get sense in Nigeria pidgin English. So I think the world is a comedy show. Everybody is just acting their parts. So when I watch what is going on in the world, I find comedy in it. Even when things are going so bad, I know there is something to laugh about, and I think it's a talent that I'm not using, but I derive joy in comedy so much.
So if your description of half unserious means somebody that finds something to laugh about in every situation, meaning I mean that every typical Nigerian is half unserious then because that is who we are. Like things are happening, we're turning it into
Yeah,
jokes,
just
we're
like our
laughing.
badge.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the
Well,
next thing you
that's
said,
be
yeah,
I
but
don't know
that's
if
what.
okay, that description actually puts me in trouble sometimes because like something serious is happening. Oh God, why are you laughing? No, but we just have to find a way to be happy at all times,
Yeah,
even though the situation is not going our way.
I get it, yeah, I get it. So next thing, okay, you said you love natural philosophy. I'm scared of asking you this to explain what that means, because you come and start telling us all these complex things. Me, I know you. You will not come and start telling us how what's the other one? Machiavellian and all of them, plenty things. My audience, they don't have that kind of strength. In 2 sentences, summarize what you mean by you love natural philosophy. 2 sentences, if I just to.
Okay, natural philosophy is the archaic name of physics. When physics was developing, it was called natural philosophy because it was actually studied by those who have special inquiry into nature. And physics is the mother of science. It gives us all forms of parameters. So without physics, there's no chemistry. So without physics, there is no geology. So I love science, so to speak. So using physics as the mom of all of them. So I love anything scientific because science is just trying to study nature and discover what has been there already because there is nothing new under the sun. Physics is just trying to discover what has been there before and, you know, make it, rearrange the orientations and bring it out for us. So when I say natural philosophy, I'm not actually talking about philosophy as in love of wisdom and inquiring. No, this is philosophy in forms of science. Thank you.
So the next thing you described yourself as is former secretary in the motivational speakers. Now, while this is a funny one, you saying that you're a former something means that you've evolved as a human being, from something you used to be to something you are presently. And even though the one you chose to point out is maybe motivational speaking, whatever, tell us about being the former secretary of the motivational speakers, but also take us on like your journey of evolution as Ifeanyi, who you used to be and who you are now, and like how like you transformed to whatever it is.
Thank you so much. The journey of life when someone starts when someone starts growing up, like you pick a lot of lessons, especially someone who is hungry for wisdom, hungry for knowledge, hungry for understanding, so to speak. You pick a lot of things and you start doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
I saw myself picking some things from the motivational speakers, and I love what they're doing, the kinds of motivating
Yeah.
people. But at the end of the day, when I get better and better, I knew that life is much more about discipline than motivation. A lot of people just, you can do it, you can do it. You cannot do everything. And I've also found out that it's not everything you set out to do that you can do.
Yeah.
And I also understood that there are specifics in life. Like it will be it will be a catastrophe for me to come to over 3,000 persons and tell them, don't give up. You can do it. Don't give up. You know, within that group of people, at least there should be up to 300 persons that should give up in whatever thing that do it. Some of them are into drugs that they need to give up in. Some of them are into habits that they need to give up. Some need to give up in a particular idea and geography where they are. You are is in let me use marriage for example.
Yeah.
Your partner is about to kill you, but someone tell you don't give up. You may not give up, but you have to give up the ghost when the person kill you. So you found out that motivation at the end of the day need to be need to be taken care of. We need to look at it from another dimension and not just charging you to do it. You can do it. You can do it. If this person did it, you can. Okay, let me use, Obi Kubana stuff in Nigeria, as an example. If Obi
Yeah.
Kubana can do it, you can do it. Obi Kubana can do it. Motivational speaker cannot do it, but he's telling you to do and do it. So I have to tender my resignation and start from the other side to look at it. People are not poor in Africa because of determination. Everybody in Africa is determined to make it, but
Yeah.
they're not making it. So we should ask questions. Why is it that the whole of Africa, over 1.3 billion people, only 20 persons are billionaires in dollars? Do you get? But
Yeah.
US has over 100 of them. So we need to ask these questions. This thing is not about motivation and determination and working hard. I think it will have to look at it from other side and come back and tell our people this is the truth. This is how this thing works. It's not by doing it by showing your muscle. So
Yeah.
I think that's the line where motivational speakers missed it. Um, I'm also former in some things. Some things you pick and you drop them. You pick other ones, you drop them. You pick other
Yeah.
ones, you drop them. Just like one guy like that, very important Facebook influencer. His name is John Ovidi. He said that life is like a buffet. Like you go to events and they're serving food. Some events you need to serve yourself from the buffet, right? So you go with your plates and you begin to select the things you want to eat. Do you have moi moi? They'll show you where moi moi is. Then you pick, put oporoko on top, put two or more for me. You select, you select, you select. You don't just wait for them to bring anything for you. You get? So
Yeah.
when you have something you don't need, you remove it for you. One arm, both former Onyepa church in Ise. So, but
You have removed
currently
church from your head.
I found out that. Why are you laughing?
Keep
Not that I've removed
going.
it from my head. I'm still carrying it on my head in a different understanding. Example, I think I told you sometime I nearly missed my exam, uh, final year exam because I went to prayer.
You don't, if
Did you?
apart
And
from
the
your
exam
exam,
was
Seth,
bad.
sorry for distracting you. Remember that time we were doing IBA? It used to be very annoying. They will say, "Oh, come and sleep in workstation." If I we say it's going for all night, for what? In my mind, I'm like, "Who is this? Who does he think he is? Like, what's all this?" You know?
But it's that all night that made me to be in the IVA. I prayed for it. I was in the mountain. Live Palakato, Lord, put me in IVA. Palakate. So I think when we approach religion from the side of being a tool for usefulness, that will be good for us. But I was approaching it from the side of enforcement, and just like Paul would say, he was a zealot trying to push his own side of the religion to every other person, whether they like it or yes. So that is it. But now, the reformed side of it is that every aspect of religion or doctrine that is not bringing coherence, that is not bringing the Ezebo Madinogoba self out, then you need to leave it. You need to actually look at it from another perspective and move on. So that is it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the next thing you describe yourself as is brand ambassador of Unizik bamboo beans. I want to, see,
That's just it.
beans is a special delicacy in Oka. Let me not in Unizik, let me not lie. Like, when we're growing up and we all hated beans. I don't know, but me, I did not really send beans like that. But coming to Unizik and eating beans, especially at that bamboo place, beans is life. You know, they say life is a big pot of beans. That is bamboo beans. If I explain to them, because when people will think I'm hyping, they say, "Oh, what's special about Unizik beans?" I mean, as the brand ambassador, explain to people like the importance of that beans and how good it is. You know?
The beans was so important that we have to protest for it. 2015, the bean sellers increased the price, I think from 150 to 200. We
Yeah.
carried placards in the whole school. Like increased transport, increased school fees, we don't care. But beans, please leave it for us. So it was so important. It's just like
Exactly.
life support. So they have to reduce the price to 150. So I think from my 200 level final year, I was eating beans almost every day. Like any day I miss it, I'll not feel like normal. Understand? So those days we
Yeah.
were in our final year doing projects. How can I miss beans? It's not possible. That I'll eat half plates. Like I don't have money, I'll eat half plates.
Yeah.
Like
I
those women, they did it. I enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was so nice. I remember one time, you know how people would be doing birthdays and then they would do giveaway on, maybe they would give away data or airtime or anything. So I remember twice, some people were
Yeah.
doing birthday in our class and their giveaway was bamboo beans. They gave the course rep Raphael a certain amount of money and told him, oh, choose 5 people or 10 people at random and go and buy beans for them. And it was such a big deal. Like
Yeah.
people have to like
Yeah.
hustle to be among those people. If it's airtime, you don't care. Fastest finger, if you reach, you did not reach you. But beans, hell no.
No.
Beans,
Very
no.
important.
Very important, very
One
amazing.
thing I'm missing here, I
Yeah,
miss beans
it's one of all those
every day.
important things. So Ifeanyi, we've gone through everything you described yourself as in your bio, but I feel like that is not everything Ifeanyi is all about. I mean, yes, we've talked about being half on serious and almost enlightened and the beans part and all these things, but I feel like there's more to you. I don't think we've like cracked half of like who Ifeanyi is. We're trying to find out who you are, getting to know Ifeanyi. Tell us about yourself. I know this is a very difficult question. I know this is, when they ask you that question in job interview, very annoying. But I want you to tell us about yourself, something we've not yet known from all these half enlightened former secretary and the motivational speakers. Just tell us stuff about you. Want to get to know you. Maybe somebody would listen to you and think, oh, this person can make the best husband in the world. Let me shoot my shot.
Very important. Very
Yeah.
important. But the person needs to have a maximum flooding surface. Just tell them, okay, I think I share my CV or
No
just
CV.
a little about me. I hate CVs because they don't tell the real truth. They just tell the best part of you and remove every part of you that is not good, you know.
I
So
agree.
when you
I,
share
I
your
totally
CV,
agree.
you are just marketing yourself with survivorship bias. You are just showing the part of you that made it past something. Then you
I
remove
totally
and
agree.
attenuate every other one that
Yeah.
is bad.
And assuming it's even
Okay.
like just showing the good part of you. Sorry for cutting you short. Assuming it's like only showing the good part of you, it would even be better. But it's the CV is not even really showing the good part of you. It's showing like maybe the career or professional aspect of you. Maybe even getting like you as
Yes.
a person,
Achievements.
yeah, you as a person, like your personality and stuff. I even a better aspect of you than whatever your achievements or your career would ever show. But no, they just want to see that
Yeah.
thing, all these fancy things. But nobody, your CV doesn't contain things like, or maybe you're full of love, or you have empathy, or you're compassionate, or anything, or you're the kindest person in the world. Nothing. It's just like bunch of things.
And recruiters will not find it funny when a fine will write that is former motivational speaker or a fine is ambassador of beings
Exactly.
because like I'm trying to tell them myself, but they don't want
Ex-
to hear it. Just say that
Exactly.
you are
Yeah.
purpose driven. You can work in a heated environment.
Yeah.
Just tell them lies. Like people are. looking for lies in terms of truth. And that's why we have to, instead of saying I'm I'm corny, you say I have emotional intelligence. Just say you are corny. You can deceive people and feel, and when they are, you know, showing their anger, you are cool. Then you brand with emotional intelligence. You are trying to say you can deceive and not feel bad about it. Okay. Um, if I should talk about myself, I will talk about those ones that are not in my CV.
Yeah, definitely.
One, I came from a very good place, not good round. My family, I love telling the stories, and one day I will be in TEDx to talk about this.
Yeah. But before
My mom
TEDx,
and
there
my
was
dad
Toby's podcast.
got me. Yep, this is PODEX. So my mom and my dad got me when they had married for 19 years,
Wow.
19 good years of marriage. And I had six sisters ahead of me. So just imagine you married your wife. My dad married when he was 26 and my mom was barely 22. So Toby, your age, right?
Yeah, my age.
And they started they started giving birth to children. I don't know
Wow.
if it's fortunate or unfortunate. They were just giving birth to girls. And Igbo tradition of that time
Yeah.
was hard on womanhood. Giving birth to only girls is like you are not giving birth to anything. So one thing led to another. First one, my second one, female, second, third, till fifth, sixth. And they had a lot of family people coming to tell my dad to divorce this girl, you know,
Yeah.
get married to another. What are you going to do with all these girls now?
Yeah.
Girls are nothing. So, but according to my mom, she used to cry and plead to God. So when I was born, she gave me the name Chukwenyemunwa, not
Yeah.
like she doesn't have a child before, but this one is like Obiajuru or Obiano, trying to establish her in her husband's place. So
Yeah.
when I reasoned that, like, you came to actually save a marriage and save your mom from societal shame and all that, I have a role to play in her life. So one thing you should know about me is that I love my mom very much, very, very much. So my mom would die. Like, don't tell my mom that police arrested me. She would just faint.
Yeah.
So she's so invested in the terms of herself. Yeah. And but something I love about them is that though I have plenty sisters, I was not pampered. Like, okay, he will not cook. No, my sisters will be there and I will enter the kitchen and cook. There is no role sharing in my family. Everybody does what you can do at the same time, right? But I also appreciate having such family. My first ever elder sister now
Yeah.
has gone further to study and studied that she's a PhD holder. Even as a woman, time and what people say about women being second class citizens. So when I reason it, I see it from that angle that women are more and something like that. Last month, I turned 26. I I was discussing with a girl. I found out that they were just four girls. The dad is late, and the mother cannot give birth again, so to speak. So I
Yeah.
was asking her, what they passed through as having only girls in their family, and she was lamenting like what it means to have only girl children in your house. Some of their lands has been collected, a lot of things going on from their kindred, trying to show them that they are nobody. So I don't know how, but in any way, in any time, I think if I have the opportunity to advocate for that, those listening to me at any time should understand that there's nothing so special about having a male child or a female child. It's
Yeah.
how you train these ones. Though, yeah, there's just kind of uniqueness in having a man. Yeah, we understand, but there's also uniqueness in having a girl child. But we need to come together in a society to give people that privilege. They are not the ones that choose the girl child, and they're not the ones that choose the male child. It's just nature. Some people will say it's God that gives children. So my point is that we need to have a way to appreciate these girls. You know, very important.
Yeah,
Girl
I
child.
think so too. I think so. And I can tell that you really feel deeply about what you're saying, you know. You're not trying to talk fast, you're not trying to crack jokes, you're just like saying what you're saying. And it's yeah. And I'm sure
Yep.
people listening feel it and they understand what you're trying to say. And I hope they share the same opinion or mindset, you know. So that being said, Ifeanyi, I would say this is a good point to end the conversation. You said you wanted to talk about something good. I hope this conversation did it for you, even though we ended up trying to find out who exactly you are and why you think and act and do the things you do, you know. Trying to find out the idea behind being almost enlightened and the brand ambassador of beans. And I think we've done quite a lot. So if somebody's thinking, oh, let me have enough materials to know if this person can be the best husband in the world, I think we gave it to them, you know. They can make their decision
Never
from
the
this
best.
yeah, they can make their decision from this podcast episode. Can something happen between me and this guy with everything he has said, his mindset and stuff? And if it happens, you owe me.
So,
Yeah,
do you link people for relationship?
I no, I do not.
Like you've been hitting it, like you hit on it, on it, on it. So I
I'm
want
just
to
saying in case, you
let
know.
me so.
And I know it's
Okay,
one of
okay.
your priorities right now in life. I mean, you're the one that started this conversation saying uh, uh somebody that prospective girlfriend said, and I'm helping your life, you know, that kind of thing. What I do is I help
Okay.
people. I just help, really, nothing much. And I
Hmm.
don't used to ask
For a
for
living.
anything in return, like a very selfless helper. That is what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is where we end it. Do you want to say anything? Some people say, oh, parting words. What advice would you give those listening? Please don't do that.
So if I should give them advice, then I will turn to motivational speaking again.
Exactly. Please don't do that. You know, don't give anybody advice. This podcast episode should be like from beginning to end should be your advice. Anything you take from it, take it. Like everything you've heard from beginning to end, anything you want to take out from it, take it. You know, just do your thing. If I it was nice having this conversation, you know, I mean, it's one of all those things.
Um, Something I would like to hear is to listen to myself from this podcast. I want to know how my voice is. I've not done this before. Uh, not like not like these beggars on the road, when they say, I'm sorry, sir, I've not done this before, but I'm just new in this town. I'm not with my bags. My phone is down. I've not done this before.
Don't
Why
worry,
they are doing it
you're
since
going to hear
2010?
yourself when I publish it. You sound good, don't worry. That nothing bad
Okay.
about how you sound. Ifeanyi, I think people would want to connect with you. So maybe tell them where to find you on social media. You used to talk too much on Facebook, so you might as well say your Facebook name so that when they want to
Okay.
I mean, it's one thing to come and
My
to come and read your post and all that. Another thing is where they can get into your DM. So do you read your Facebook DM? Tell them, you know.
yeah, yeah, my DM is basically my WhatsApp +23481.
You're calling your number, don't do that. Or do you want to? You don't mind. Yeah, call your number.
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
I cannot be used if I'm useless. Um, +2348136252695. Yeah.
Okay.
So someone who is hopeless cannot lose hope. So you can also find me on Facebook, Ifeanyi Eze, with some hyphenations. What do they call that? Those things. Okay, to markings. Ifeanyi to marked, Eze to marked. So
Anyway, Shanowala, they should listen to that. But I think I can also help by getting your is it URL whatever it is, the link to your Facebook and attach
URL.
it to this podcast, yeah, and then they click on the link and find you and whatever happens. So if I
But
thank
unfortunately,
you.
okay, well, thank God.
Say thank God. Thank you for this conversation. It's been an amazing one. And yeah, hopefully we'll do it again some other time. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. So bye.
Bye.